Hello sisters, this is the Watch Maiden and I am so excited and happy to be with you today. I know it's been a while since my last video, but here I am, and today we are going to be talking about just how to use these simple veils like what I have on here to have your hair out in the back and to have some hair showing in the front that many of you prefer. My husband prefers this, and actually I had been thinking I was preferring more of the hair up, completely hidden tickle style, but I've been doing a lot of research and I don't see any mandate for that, and boy, that's a whole nother story. I'm going to be doing some insane videos regarding how long is long for hair, and also about the covering and everything. But anyhow, I have not found anything that says you have to hide all your hair. There is rabbinical teaching, but that is outside of the Torah. It's not in the Torah. It's like the Talmud, Mishnah, those type of things, and other rabbinical teachings. So anyhow, I have had some requests to do this video because I talked about it earlier, and a lot of sisters like to use the veiling. I don't even know that you would call this a veil. I'm not even really sure what to call these types, but I have a bunch. And so what I'm going to do is, I have my hair's in this pony, and I have this on right now, and I have a bunch of different ones I'm going to show you, and then I'm just going to kind of do a loose tie underneath and kind of go through each one. This is not rocket science, but I know you all would like to see, a lot of you wanted to see what they look like and that kind of a thing. Also, please, I'm begging you, please subscribe to this channel. I only have 72 subscribers, and YouTube will not let me have my own username until I get 100. Which I think is completely ridiculous. So, and I think it's ridiculous that I have to sit here and try to beg for subscribers. But even if you don't want to subscribe, just subscribe for like 3 days so I can get 100, and then I can get my username, which makes it easier for the ministry, for when I want to refer people to this ministry. So anyhow, the majority of a lot of the wraps or the scarves I'm going to be showing you are from Garlands of Grace, which is garlandsofgrace.com, GarlandsofGrace.com. And the girl there is very sweet, and she makes them all, and eventually I will be making my own, this style, I believe, these kinds of styles. I'm trying different things right now on what to do, how to do it, but I'm really leaning toward my style being the hair in the front showing, and then my hair in the back down, and then having the cover, this type of a style coming down over the back. So that's where I'm at now, but I am a work in progress, and I may come across something that will totally like change my viewpoint. So anyhow, to get started, this first one is, most of these from Garlands of Grace are a version of a Sicily, and this first one is, when I take it off I'll show you closer, but I've got it on my head right now. So it's just the a Sicily version of, and it's chiffon, and it's very soft, and I will untie it so you can see that inside, like many of Garlands of Grace's deals, they have this little velvet strip. See that? And it keeps it from sliding. So it's super nice. Now this is see-through, and it has little polka dots. It's chiffon. I got this a while back. I don't know if she still has this one available, but you saw how it came in the back, and it's great. It just really, I like them because they go like this, and then you just can do that and put them in a drawer, or a Tupperware container with a clear Tupperware container with a lid, which is like what I like to do, or even hang them on. I found some really cool hat racks and stuff that are really nice from Amazon, not too pricey, and you can even hang them that way if you want. Okay, so let me just show you the different Garlands of Grace ones here. This one, whoops. And then I have a few that I made a few years ago. I'm going to show you just for the heck of it. Now this one is another Sicily one. It has the velvet. It's purple. Has this, and then it has snaps, which are pretty neat. So when you put it on, I set it back here so that it's going to go behind my ears very easily. And then I tie it in the back under my ponytail, And then you have these snaps here. Gotta kind of hold it and pull it back. But then you've got these snaps. And, oh, it's not gonna work for me now that I'm trying to show you guys, so pull it back a little farther. I was trying to always figure out why this one didn't want to work. You know what, I think with this one, this particular scarf, I need to have my ponytail up higher. But I'll go ahead and see if I can get it snapped. Okay. And so there you see how it does that. It's neat. I kind of like the look. I actually really like the style. If you wanted it to go up farther in the front, then you would just, you know, put your ponytail up higher or hold your hair up and then let it fall in between the snap thing. But this is, like I said, and then you would tie this in a bow or however. And it's got the velvet, so it doesn't go anywhere. It's completely nice and tight. And you don't have to use bobby pins, which makes me really happy. Because I don't like using those. They always kind of hurt my head and mess up my deal. Now here's another one. This is from her as well, another version of the Sicily, and it's just got the velvet grip, and it's chocolate. Now it doesn't have a snap, and it has a slightly different in the back. So I'm just gonna put it on behind my ear, tie it once under my hair. Now this is a really good, oh kitty, stay out of my stuff. My kitties are wanting too. This is a really good one too. And she makes them in different lengths, so you can actually, I think I have one, I hope I have it with me, but it actually goes down a little longer. And, which I kind of like that a little bit, I think. Making it more of a veil, you know, a veil to go over our natural veil. Now here's another one from her, and actually I made some like this a few years ago because I was trying to play around. Now it just simply looks, this is a neat material, it's a cotton. I like the color, kind of a periwinkle gray, and it just looks like this, but it opens like that, okay? So now on these you might want to use a bobby pin, or if you want you can use your wig grip, your little grip. Or you can just sew in a piece of velvet on the ones that don't have it. But if you don't know about the wig grip, just look at my video, volumizers and grips, etc. It's down below. And I got part 1 and 2, and part 1 shows you how to use the wig grip without anything else, but it keeps these kind of things in place. So anyhow, I'm just going to take this and tie it behind my hair. And then it can be worn up more, or you can take it and pull it down as far as it'll go, which with this is how far it goes. Super comfy. I haven't really had much trouble with this one moving. I just tie it snug, and it's not like, with these they're so lightweight, and these ties are so lightweight and such that when I tie snug, I don't get a headache like when I tie my my scarves or my pashminas too tight. Here's another one. Now, is this the longer one? I was searching, and I have one of these. These are all different versions of the Sicily by her, and so this is another one that's just got the snaps, and I have these in a bunch of colors. I ordered them years ago, like a couple years ago, and because we've moved, I have not been able to find them all. Now, if you don't want to use the snap on this, then you can just simply use, hopefully I've got this on right, but you can use leave it open, so it's more like the wider style, or just go ahead and snap it, which I'll do. And normally I don't leave these strings hanging. I normally tie them in a nice little bow behind my hair. And of course, since I'm doing this on the camera, it wants to be difficult for me. But here you have it. Okay, this is a really pretty one from her, another Sicily style with the velvet. Now it's see-through, and I know a lot of gals wear the see-through veils and stuff. I did find some writings of the early church fathers that said the coverings should be opaque, which means not see-through. I am studying that more, and when I put out the stuff I've learned, I'm not going to argue with anybody about it. I'm just going to be using the word and the historical research that I found, and then you all can argue with yourselves or with the dead church fathers or with God or the Bible, but don't bring it to me. I'm just going to be presenting the evidence, and then if you don't like it, sorry. But anyhow, this is the chocolate, which is super pretty, and I have a very pretty one just like this in plum that I cannot find it. I just had it the other day. I was wearing it, and I don't know what I did with it, but I'm going to do this one in a bow here. And now with all of these, they can go more like a headband or back more. Now, so I've got this one back more. It's got the grip. Doesn't go anywhere. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Here's another interesting one from Garlands of Grace. Now, it has lace. It doesn't have a grip. It's got lace. It's got these ties, which needed to be ironed, but I didn't iron them. And then this is the back. It's just kind of like that. And so it hangs down more. And so when you put it here, like you're gonna, you can put them wherever you want on your head. You don't have to wear them as far back as I do. I put them farther back because I like it to land right behind my ears there. And then I tie it. So I'm gonna tie this under here. I'm gonna leave the string hanging because I'm just demonstrating. And I can't really see. I'm not used to using my iPhone. It's a little bit of a smaller screen. But this one, this has a longer, it's longer in the back. And you know what, I like that. I don't know why, but I just like it longer in the back like that. I like it sitting back further. I like the back of my hair showing because that's what my husband likes. But I like it kind of longer in the back. Especially, I don't know, I'm not sure why. Kind of like it that way. Now this is just a little scarf I made a while ago. It's a smaller version, and it's just instead of having to fold a scarf in half, and I made it with shorter, so you don't have to deal with, I don't like dealing with complicated stuff. I don't like excess fabric that I have to do a lot of stuff with. So I use this color. I liked this blue, although normally I'm not a blue color person. And I basically tie it, and you have very little back here. See, I have very little tails to deal with. So I tie it tight, and then you can wear it with your ears in, and it goes down kind of low. And I'm going to be offering, when I do this ministry and get my stuff, these will be one of the simple ones I'll be offering for really inexpensive. Just the thin, but I will be putting the velvet grip in it. But this is just a great way to wear a covering and not feel like if you're new or you have people that are arguing with you and making your life miserable because you're doing it. This is a great way to do it without being like super conspicuous. Just looks like you're wearing a bandana or something. And we don't want to deny Christ and deny the truth, but the Bible does say to live at peace if at all possible with all men. And if we can still obey and yet avoid like really aggravating that certain someone. So for instance, maybe it's your mother-in-law or somebody. I have a feeling I just spoke to someone. But if it's your mother-in-law or something, then, instead of wearing a big tickle with all the stuff when you see her, just put on one of these and, it just looks like you're wearing a scarf. Okay, now these are, I got these from Garlands of Grace. I got one in every color. And all they are is very plain knit headband style, okay? And they have these kind of clasps. So I just put it on where I want it. Now I like these to kind of go over my ears a little, just because they feel better that way for some reason in this style. So now this can be worn scrunched as a headband, or you can pull it back. And when you pull it back, like I need to, there you go. It goes back this far. These tend to move around, like they tend to want to move off my ear while I'm wearing them. They don't have the velvet grip, so you could wear a you know, unless you probably have to use a real thin wig grip if you're going to do that. You know, the other option is just to use those clips that, you know, go on there. But anyhow, these are neat, and they're super comfortable. Like I have a bunch of colors. I've got this olive green. I have like every color under the sun. I've got this purple. I've got the chocolate brown on. I've got a white. I've got gray. I mean, I just grabbed a bunch of them. They're just great to just like throw on. And then the other way to wear them, but I'm not going to do it right now because it'll mess everything up. But it's just to pull them on, and then you know you just have them like that, and that's very simple in the morning. You can just have the clasp already clasped, and these got washed, so they need to be ironed. But you can just have it already clasped, stick it over your head, and there you go. So that's super simple. Let's see here. Oh, I really like this one. This is a stretch denim Sicily from Garlands of Grace. It's super casual. It looks great when you're just like wearing a denim skirt and a casual shirt and you're just going out to do shopping or whatever. And this one I love. It's so comfortable, and it's stretchy, so when you tie it, you know, you can really adjust it to fit you. And well, I guess I'll put my ears out, but that's what it looks like. I just really like this one. It's super comfortable. If I'm going out for a long day, like to do groceries or whatever, I will put like clips right here because it does tend to want to wander. And it's with this one, could probably get away with using the scarf grip underneath because it's wide enough. Excuse me while I get a drink here. Okay, super pretty. Garlands of Grace, see-through, very elegant. Another one with the typical clasps here. I really like this color. It's kind of autumny. Autumny, is that a word? Okay. Super pretty, very feminine. I'm a girly girl, in case you didn't know. But see how nice that is? I'll probably be making some of these styles as well, this type of thing. It's just super easy, and I'll be putting velvet grips in it. Now, I have this interesting little scarf. I got this at, it's just as big as it is. It's just, that's all it is. It's not big enough to wear with a volumizer. It won't cover a volumizer. So, but it's just a pretty interesting little scarf. And you feel like being a little funky. And you can just tie it. And if you want, like, you can tuck these dangly guys in, which I would probably do, but you can tie it and have it like this. Or you can even go around and wrap a little, you know, and then just mess with the dangles. In fact, in some areas, like if you don't want to, you can actually like clip them off if you see something like this. But it's a cool alternative if you're wearing something a little funky. Okay, now I made these a while back. One opens this wide. And this is when I was just learning how to play around. And then this one opens this wide. I used the same type, same prototype. And then it can also be just a straight up headband. And so it's been a while since I've even put this on. I'm gonna try to put it on and then see if I can, because it goes on like the headband. And then you gotta hold it and pull. Okay, and then, so that's kind of how this turned out. And of course I would tie the back, you know, doubly or in a knot or in a bow. But anyways, that's just one I kind of had whipped out. And then this one's basically out of the same fabric, and it just comes down less. So I had played around with that. Another one that I'd made, which was a chocolate brown, which was narrower. And as you can see, that's how far it goes down in the back. Okay, I have another kind of see-through deal that's a little shorter, and I got this at like Walmart. Wasn't very expensive. It's a great little thing to put on, to throw on like that. And there you go. I love the ease of these. You don't have to be like super talented. These are ones that, you know, these are the typical, I'm not gonna, it's gonna mess everything up if I try to start putting all these on, but you know, you can get these. A lot of girls have already, like Jessica Lovely, she's demonstrated these on her video. They have the elastic, you know, you just pull it over your head here, adjust your hair however you want, and then stick it on, and then, you know, you've got that look. I like this fabric a lot. Okay, I also got these very lightweight scarves that got them at Sunshine Daydreams, which is like a hippie shop, I guess you want to call it. But I got these there. They were very lightweight. I thought they might have something a little more my style, because I don't really like the bandanas at Walmart. They're too stiff. But I got these at Sunshine Daydream. Great little scarves. And this was a while back, but I got this really pretty color. And then I got this one because I love purples and greens a lot. So I got this really pretty one. So I have 3 from there. I'm careful because, you know, I want to make sure I don't have get any that have like occult symbols or things like that. So this is the green one I got, which is real pretty. Those are all real super cash. Another one I got from there is this one, and it's kind of hippie-ish. It has the band, and then I have to use clips with this one. It likes to like travel, but I love embroidery a lot, and so, you know, you can get the idea that this is really, really feminine and pretty, like that. Okay, what else have I got here? Oh, here's a nice one from Garlands of Grace. Just the kind of typical, in fact, it's just like this little small solid ones I showed you, but it's got this really pretty color. So lightweight and comfortable. The ease of putting these on. I like the snaps. And it's so easy to do. And just pull it back. There you go. It doesn't have the grips, so kind of need to use a clip with it. I found this scarf. You know, a lot of times you can get these like really, really skinny scarves. This is super long. It's got tassels, but it's super skinny. It wouldn't work over a volumizer, but you can just throw it on your head like this, tie it underneath, and then if you want to do some wrapping, you can wrap and tie, and then you got this look. Okay, one of my faves. I showed this in the other video because it's wide enough to wear over a volumizer, but this is like one of my faves too. And but you can wear it. It can be wide or it can be narrow. So I can stick it on like this. And if you only cover when you're in church or something, and you just want to, you know, wear this to church like this, and then you want to, you know, or say when you're out, maybe you just don't like to cover all the time. You can these type are great because then you can just pull it back. And there you go. Okay, another one. I showed you this one too from Garlands of Grace, but I want to show it to you with my hair down. This is the cowl, C-O-W-L, and they go real long. And this is great if you like to have more coverage back here, but you don't want to, you want your hair out and you don't want to wear a volumizer or anything. You just throw this on. This is nice for winter. It's made out of like yarn. And then I really like this one. I like to have my ears covered a little bit. And then as you can see, it goes down pretty far, which is really nice. Wow, it's almost 30 minutes. I can just jabber, jabber, jabber. Oh, I like this one. These are from Garlands of Grace also, and they're kind of along the same line. They're eyelet, and I have one of these. I actually have like a taupe and a chocolate brown in this style. And then she has this style in a scarf, a small scarf. So, and I don't know where it is, but it's like the blue scarf I showed you that I made myself. It's small like that, so it's really nice. But these are also very comfortable and very cute. And then she has their, I don't know if she still has them. I've had these for a couple years. So the ones, and then she'll have the scarf that is made out of this, and then it just hangs, you know, not super, super far in the back. Okay, now we're gonna go to messing up my hair here. Here's a black one like I had of the other ones. A pink one, like the other ones. She sells those in so many colors. Oh, this one, I'm not going to put it on. It'd just be a lot of trouble, but it's like the one that Jessica Lovely had. I actually got this at a sports shop, you know, where they sell like sports gear and camping gear and all that. Anyways, you can just pull it on over your head, and it can be a headband, or it actually even comes all the way down here. You definitely have to wear clips to hold it in place though. But it's just, there's not even a seam to it that I see. So these are, I think I got it at REI. That's where I got it. They have a section over in the area for when you're outdoors and you want to, this one's called the Buff. Okay, here's another burgundy, like the ones, like I said, I have one in like every single color. These are so, oh, another great thing about these solid ones is when you, like, you know, just, I don't have my, I meant to grab my headband, sorry. I got all those infinity headbands that I showed you in that one video about volumizers and headbands. But anyhow, a great way, if you like want to do something simple like this, but you feel like, wow, it's so flat looking or whatever, you know, a great way to class this up a little and to just give a little dimension is to get your infinity headband and stick it on. And that looks great. It holds it in place and gives it a little color because this is solid. And it goes great with what I'm, you know, this dress I have on. So it just depends. If you want to just keep it plainer. These are the ones I showed in how to do the layering. These are the muslin caps that the Muslim women wear under their hijab. And what I like about this is that it ties and it has the hole in the back. So these are great and they don't go anywhere. They don't have a grip or anything, but I just stick it on the way I want it. And then I tie it as tight as I want in the back, just like that. And then look how great these are. I mean, I'm really liking these. I'm gonna make some sort of form of something like this. Hair hangs out. You don't even have to have it in ponytail. You could just have it normal, hanging. And then what I love to do with these is to put a headband on top. And they just don't go anywhere. I mean, they're, I don't know why, but they don't. You tie them, you don't get a headache from tying them too tight. Get them nice and snug where you want them and they stay put. And I have those in this kind of orange color, this taupe, which was my favorite. I've got a couple shades of pink, and then I've got this really pretty burgundy one. I ordered a few more. They're really indispensable. I mean, these things are great to have on hand if you're like doing things that you're just way too busy to even look to see what it looks like on your head, and you're going, say, camping or outdoors or picnics or anything. You just have one of these, and even if you're not looking, you can just pop it on and tie it, and it's guaranteed to look fine. No fuss, no muss. Okay. Oh, you know what? I did have one of my headbands in here. It's not one of my fancy ones, but let's do this. Of course, I would tie this in the back. For time's sake, I'm not doing all that. This is the No, Ellie. And then you can use this on your headband here and on those other solid ones that I got from Garlands of Grace to just give it some oomph. No. My dog's gonna start barking. No one will get anywhere near my house without her letting me know. Okay, now I'm gonna do a couple things. Oh, here's the another one similar to that tube thing, but it's Jessica Lovely also demonstrated this kind, and so I'm not gonna put it on. It just mess up everything, and I gotta go to church. But this just slides right on, you know, and then goes back kind of just about to here. Got to use a little like clips, you know, those little folding clips or whatever. And then, okay, this is an really cute Jewish. I got this Jewish hat. I had a few, and I gave a couple to a friend, and she like lost them or something, and oh, I was so disappointed. But anyway, I'm not sure how this will work with my ponytail. This is a great to wear with your hair down. It looks super cute. But I love this thing. It's great for winter. It doesn't go anywhere. It covers your entire head. You got your hair in the back here. But I love the ribbing on it and stuff. Ooh. You'll have to excuse my bald area through my thyroid cancer and stuff. Tend to lose a lot of hair up through here, and it just is what it is. Okay, this is a simple cap. Actually, a lot of times I wear one to sleep because I have played with nightmares a lot, and I found that wearing a head covering while I sleep actually relieves that, which is amazing to me. I just couldn't believe it. But I don't like to wear anything that I have to tie or that has a clip on it because it bothers me. This thing is just made out of t-shirt material, and these are like, I got them on Amazon. They're actually just like for chemo patient hats. But these look so cute. These are called, this one is Hats for You. And I got these off of Amazon for, they had like 1,000 colors and everything. And it is so cute. And let me see, my hair is going to be every which way but loose once we're done here. But it looks great. Like when I have the hair down, it is like really cute. Like even in front of my ears and have it down. It's very adorable. And it covers your entire crown. So comfortable. Not hot, doesn't go anywhere. And then, let's see, last but not least, and I have tons of hats. I am like a hat fanatic. This hat, let's see, this hat is from Cardani. This is from headcovers.com, but they sell them on Amazon. Let's see if you can see it. Anyways, they make these hats bigger. They're for like patients who've lost their hair with cancer treatment and stuff. But what I like about it is they're big, so they go over your ear, and then they are big enough to take your hair and stuff it up in the back if you want. So if you just want to, don't even want to mess with anything, and like I can wear this down, and I can pull it back here. And that's how it looks. And your hair is out the back. Great, it's great. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe so I can get my 100 subscribers, so I can please get my own username on YouTube to make it easier to direct people to this. And I have like less than 3 weeks, and I will be going to visit my daughter in another state for a whole month to see her and my grandkids and her husband and family. So I won't be making any videos while I'm there. So I'm really trying hard to at least get some tidbits out there. The stuff I'm coming across about uncovering and covering and hair, mind blowing. I'm just like so blown out of the water by the amount of information. I didn't think there was kind of information available, and through the research I'm doing and the things I'm discovering in the Bible with the 2 or 3 witnesses, the Bible, kind of interpreting the Bible and all, it's kind of blowing me out of the water. I mean, I'm just like, I'm like to the point now, it's like, this is so much deeper than I have ever thought, or that I think anybody of this Christian age thinks. There's something about the long hair, and there's something about the covering, and it's something that Satan does not want. And it's no wonder that when a woman is very rebellious against God, she doesn't want anything to do with any of this, because even in the spirit, you feel that submission. And a lot of women are very bitter toward their husbands, and they don't like the idea, even like subconsciously or however you want to do it, even if they don't really like overtly are saying this to themselves, there's something that's hindering it from them, because they have that, they're so bitter, because their husbands have been kind of like jerks or adulterous, or they're pornography addicts, or whatever the husband's doing. He might just be mean, or he might not listen to you. I mean, whatever. It's very easy for us to get bitter against our husbands, and that's why I believe wholeheartedly that in the scriptures it says that the older women are to teach the younger women to love their husbands, because it is something that we are taught that we have to teach ourselves to do, because sometimes they're not the most lovable guys, you know what I mean? And I also found another interesting thing, that when I told you that we were involved in the Apostolic Pentecostal Church, that was where all that stuff had happened to us. But the women there don't cut their hair at all. And a lot of these women, a lot of them were born that way. They never cut their hair. And then some of the women, I know personally several women who at the age of 40 or 50, they just like totally backslid, as far as like they just were like, that's it. Something happened in their marriage or in whatever, and they just completely left church. They left, they started going out and partying and leading a completely different lifestyle than what they had been leading before. And the very first thing they do is go to the beauty parlor, and they just get that hair. It's like down to their hips, just cut super short. And not like they're doing it in, I don't even think they get it. That it's, I don't even think that I don't really think they're like not doing it like I'm being rebellious. I think it's a spiritual matter. I really do. Satan does not want us to have long hair. He doesn't want us to cover. There's so many things in the scripture that talk about covering, not just the hair, but God's covering, even back to the point when Adam and Eve were clothed in God's glory, and then they sinned, and then they tried to cover themselves with fig leaf, and he had to give them a covering. It's mind-blowing. I'm just like, and that part of me is like so blown out of the water by how deep and intense this is, that I'm almost like, keep like almost procrastinating, because I'm like, this is mind-blowing. And so I'm probably gonna have to do little tidbits at a time of it, because it would end up to be like a 50,000 long hour video. So anyhow, but I'll try to get at least one done before I go on vacation that has some meat to it. And then when I get back, I'll work on it and doing it. But look over the next few months for me to be doing that. And anyhow, subscribe so I can get my 100, so I can get my username. And I love you, sisters. I hope this has blessed you and helped you recognize that it's not that hard to cover. There's lots of easy ways to do it. And sometime in the near future, I'm going to be providing wraps at very affordable prices. So I love you, sis. And you all take care and have a wonderful day in Jesus.